Hi everyone, I'm Mike Staver. This is Mondays with Mike, a weekly video series where I answer questions from people just like you. Here comes the question this week. Dear Mike, I'm returning from a leave of absence. I have anxiety about returning to work. Interestingly, I do not have to go to the office in capital letters, but I am going back to work. I don't understand. I am a strong, independent person, but this has me confused as to why I feel so much discomfort. What do you suggest for reentry? I am returning from a leave of absence. I have anxiety about returning to work. Interestingly enough, I do not have to go back to the office, but I am going back to work. I am a strong, independent person, but this has me confused as to why I feel so much discomfort. What do you suggest for reentry? I'm assuming that by you saying you don't have to go back to the office, that you're not going back to the office, because it says, I do not have to go back to the office, but I am going back to work. So I'm assuming that this leave of absence is over and you are going to be working remotely, wherever remotely is for you, and you have anxiety about going back to work. What do you suggest for reentry? Do not go from 0 to 60. That's the first thing I suggest. Don't just jump all the way in the water. If you have the option not to come back to work all at once, but come back from the leave of absence, it does not say how long this leave of absence was. But I generally tell my clients that if you're coming back from a leave of absence or you have an employee coming back from a leave of absence, you should wade them into the pool slowly. Don't just have them jump right back in. And I think that would be my suggestion for you as well. Come back for a day, come back for 2 days, then next week, maybe 2.5 days. Get back in the pool slowly, because that's going to create a little bit easier reentry. The second thing I suggest is that you have a lot of anxiety. I'd encourage you to evaluate what it is you're afraid of happening. Remember, you guys have heard me say 1,000 times, remember that anxiety is a prediction about what's about to happen. It's not a prediction about what is happening. So you want to get yourself back in the process of evaluating what is it you feel anxiety about. That's very, very important, very critical to you. And then what will your coping skills be, right? Make sure you're meditating, doing gratitudes in the morning, doing all those kinds of things. So first, identify the trigger for the anxiety. What are you afraid is going to happen? And then create a plan for what you will do if that thing happens. And I think that would be the best way for reentry. A little bit at a time, evaluate what you're anxious about, create a plan for coping with the thing you're anxious about, and then get back in the pool as you are ready. Hope that's helpful. If you have a question, you can send it to info@mikestaver.com, and we will work it in. Thanks for watching, everybody. I always appreciate your questions and your comments on these videos. And until next time, take care.